I'm live. Hey y'all, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, I hope everybody is well. But before we get started, listen, click like, share, and subscribe. Click like, share, and subscribe. This morning was rough. We did not have technical difficulty. I had what I'm gonna make up a word struggleability today. And I was on the struggle bus. Allergy season is kicking my butt. It's kicking my butt. Anyways, good morning, Mickey Jordan. How are you?
Oh, now I'm all right. I'm about to say good morning.
I just took that Benadryl, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Good morning.
good morning. So we were just chit chatting beforehand. I'm like, Mickey, I just took a Benadryl. He's like, yeah, you over there with all that sniffing. I'm like, it's allergies between the eyes. And when you got allergies, um, it's the eyes, it's the your nose, your throat, and with me, it's weird because like my elbows get itchy, so my allergies are a weird kind of allergy. People laugh when when I was pregnant with my kids, they do some testing. They were like, "You never had chicken pox?" No, you're looking at me like I never had chicken pox.
I caught him twice.
Did you? I never had them. I'm also allergic to eggs. I'm allergic to eggs. So people like you never had chicken pox. I couldn't even catch the chicken pox because if you're in a black family, everybody had to catch a chicken pox at one time because your parents were not going through it twice. So if your cousins had it that had came over, they made sure everybody got it. And me and my sister, I have a big family with siblings. We don't all have the same parents. My mom have one sister that my mom had. Then the rest, my daddy was busy, y'all. He was busy, and so me and my sister would sleep, in the bed with my mom. But we had our own bedrooms, but it was just, my mom had she had big TV in her room. And so we would, sleep in her bed. So when we were little girls and my sister had chicken pox, I couldn't catch it, Mickey. I I couldn't catch
I
it.
didn't catch one my sister had.
Really?
I ain't catch one neither one of them had. I ended up catching it. I caught it and drink from my cousins though.
Them cousins.
Yeah,
Them
I didn't
cousins.
catch it from my sister. I didn't caught it from neither one of them when they
Really?
had. Yeah, never caught them. But I
See,
caught them twice though.
I never had them. Thank you, knock on the corner of this wood. I never had chicken pox. And so it's just, different. I don't know. I don't know. It's just different. But anyways, happy Saturday, everybody. And if you are out and about today, I feel like Benadryl kicking in. My eyes are, it does not make me sleepy. Benadryl does not make me sleepy at all. It has the adverse effect on me. But listen, if you out and about today from 12 to 4, stop by Save Historical Oak Park. Stop by. Oak Park is Flint's city park. First city park. It was donated in 1909 by the Durant Dork Carriage family. This is the beginning of the automobile boom or industrial boom for automotives. And people slept in that park for up to over a decade because we had a housing shortage. So people came, immigrants came, people came from the South. People slept in that park. And so it was called Tent City, which is right by Buick City. Tent City, Buick City. And so it's a historical park, which actually, because I call it the historical in DC, um, he has to have a historical event. Historical event it was the first city park, and it was also a place where people lived, for over 10 years. And uh, it's funny, my mom played in that park. When she was telling me, she was like, you know what? We used to play in that park. I was like, y'all used to play in that park? And I didn't know that. I know we did as a kid because my parents, we had a duplex. Um, and I now understand, like Detroit, why they had, Flint has got all those duplexes. You could house more people by building up. And Yep. Building your lot and your duplex up. Everything on, I think, Baker Street, most of those houses were duplexes. And you look at Detroit, two duplexes, because you had the automotive boom. So you could build up. You weren't building out, which take up more space. You could house going up. So we had a duplex when I was born, 757 East Baker Street. And the gentleman that lived upstairs worked at Buick City, and he would walk to work. It wasn't but a block from North Street. We lived at Baker and North, and it was at Industrial where Buick City was. He would walk to work. So, anyways, if you are available, come join Save Historic Flint Park. Can you put the flyer back up, Mickey?
They said what street is it on?
Oh, it's on North Street. I think 2598 North Street, right where Baker used to be. Listen, y'all, right next to Ashley Capital's new building. So we are trying to save Oak Park. What I would like to see, Ashley Capital is the new developer, which is a great project. It's a great project where they're developing, putting 9 buildings on the old Buick site. And what I would like to see done in other people, because they have not given our community a community benefit agreement. Like to see them adopt that park for the next 100 years as a park adopter and landscape it and incorporate it into their architectural landscape design for their building. So it could be a nice walking park, a nice place where their workers, they said they're going to hire 3,000 workers where they can go sit, eat, read a book, and then the community can still utilize the park. That's what I would like to see done with the park, not turned into a parking lot. Buick City is Jay Nino, which he used to come to um, city council all the time. I don't know if you remember, he was, a lot of people almost got arrested in city council. He's a resident. They were going to arrest him and take him out. And he said, Buick City had no problem for over 100 years parking thousands of cars. And he made a point. See, the younger generation thinks differently than some of us, older folks. And I don't even consider myself, my parents are still living. Uh, Thank God I am blessed. But like he stated, they had no problem parking all them cars. 3 shifts, first shift, second shift, third shift. The plant ran 24 hours a day. It did. The plant ran. And so why they got to have a park too? Them 8.2 acres, general owners didn't need it. Absolutely didn't need it. So my thing is this. Come out, help rally, save historical Flint Oak Park. That's what my shirt says for those who may be inquiring. It's today, 12 to 4. Please come out and support. We got to start working together. It's going to take the community to save the community. Okay, Mickey, I think I gave you my line. Did I give you? And excuse me, I am a little off today. Just a little. And Mickey over there laughing like, just a little. But listen, our next one. This has been a rough week, y'all. And if you've been watching the news, and I'm going to get into some of these things, we're going to get into Jedediah, who has popped up and will be here. We've been telling people, me and Mickey have talked about it with y'all. Flint is not different and it's not unique when we talk about certain things with corruption and different things that we see. And so Dalton, Illinois, we've been talking about Teflon Tiffany Henyard, the super mayor of Dalton. And she has the FBI there. And they got indictments there. And they have some real problems there. And also with some other city officials. And some elected. And so this is where Jedediah has been. And we look at some of the things that Flint has, it's similar. I mean, we deal with it every day and people don't really see it. Now I was watching one video, Mickey, and they were talking about, it was a city council meeting. It was a meeting. And it reminded me of our city council because the residents were angry and they're fed up. And, it felt like it was Flint because when you come, you have a right to be fed up. he had a gentleman on his show this week, and I can't remember his name. And he says maybe something about bringing the locusts, like we couldn't get anything else. And the locusts, as he stated, you know about the locusts, that was one of the plagues. And Moses, wasn't it? The book of Moses. And listen, and Netflix got a good movie, The Book of Moses. I've tried finished watching that probably 8 or 9, 10 times. It's really good though. It's really good. But Flint is similar, has some similarities as Dalton. So if y'all want to know why he here, it's because he's looking at the similarities to Dalton, and which is right outside of Chicago. It's not far from Chicago. And so when folks came up here, everybody got somebody who live in Chicago, a family member. You know, generally, if you Black, you do. We can only go a few places. When Chicago was one of them, you know, Chicago, Detroit, when people came up north. And so they have been watching Flint. Now, if they didn't want people to watch Flint, they probably shouldn't be taking ARPA money, voting on their own, and some other things. But we're going to get into that. Jedediah. Then we're going to talk about Jasmine Crockett. She's actually an attorney. She's in Congress. And Marjorie Greene, I don't even know what to say about her. Jasmine Crockett, at some point, you're going to get tired of people talking crazy to you. And Marjorie Greene is a Trumpster, a Trump fan. And she has been just going at gaslighting Jasmine Crockett, who's Black. Marjorie Greene is white. And so she made a comment this week about her eyelashes. Oh, well, maybe you just can't see because your eyelashes. And I'm going to tell you, here's one of the moves when you have a Karen. When they think they have said something, Mickey, you know what they do? I don't wear my hair down anymore if I had it down. But this is what they do, Mickey. They take their hand after they think they've said something so profound, and they put their hand in their hair to let you know, yes, I told her. Yes, I told her. So after she told her, well, maybe it's because of your fake eyelashes that you can't see. Ooh, don't come for a Black woman's appearance like that. Not that one. She lit her up. Did you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
She had like a tongue twister. I'm like, what is she? It was 6 words that all began with the B. And none of them was the B word. None of them were. She ate her up. So when people keep coming for you, you get tired. So this reminds me of some things that we have went through in city council with the constant antagonizing, being called different types of names by other council members while we were in council. But let's play the Jasmine Crockett, please.
Judge Mershon's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I guess
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
the
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
you,
please
Mr.
regain
That's
order
beneath
of
even
your
you.
committee?
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack
meeting will
the
suspend.
physical
Meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person?
Are your
Move
feelings
her
hurt?
words down.
Oh,
Girl, baby girl.
oh, really?
Don't even play. with me.
Baby girl?
I don't think we are gonna move, and we're gonna take your words down.
I
Thank you very
second that motion.
So who will have to pay? Okay. But Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
should apologize.
recognizes
No.
Mr. Perry.
She should
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're not
reserve the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
And Mr. Chairman,
The
I think
minority.
it's pretty
No,
self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not,
of order.
you don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike the
words
lady's
as well.
words.
I would like to strike
Order.
those
Strike
words
the
as
lady's
well.
words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right.
get
Okay.
your members under
Here's the
control.
correct priority. Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike
right.
my words,
That-
but I'm not
all right.
apologizing.
Without objection. Without
Not
objection.
apologizing.
Chair recognizes- 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a
on.
I'm
parliament.
trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman,
I didn't-
motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea what
words.
you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
I-
said
You
yes.
just-
You just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so you don't
just
wanna talk
voted to do it.
Say you're gonna get
Order,
Marjorie
order.
on
I'm
the
trying to
lead.
get
Okay.
clarification.
Look it, calm down. Calm
No,
down.
because this
I
is
would
what
like
y'all
to get through
do.
proceedings.
So I'm trying
Hey,
to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Ms.
games,
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
and you
yelling.
don't want me
Calm
to be-
down. Can
No,
you please calm
don't
down.
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
out
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a
Mr.
problem.
Chairman, Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
All right,
Sorry.
chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
Yeah.
you're
Order.
So let me get this right because she tore her up. She called her, and that is really like a tongue twister. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body. I can't even say that real fast. I'm sorry. She talked about them eyelashes and then told her, why don't you just debate me? Because you can't handle it, Don't get gaslighting. She was trying to gaslight her. And see, when people will say, don't fall for the bait, it's at a point you get tired. You get tired when you doing it day after day and it's just constant. So when she told her in a very unique way, and she is an attorney, actually, and she says, I'm just trying to gain clarity. So if I'm asking about if someone is a beach blonde, bad built butch body, I about died. So listen, stop coming for people and then they won't embarrass you. Stop. They need to stop. Stop coming for people. Stop throwing. I'm not even saying throwing a rock that they be throwing. Stop throwing boulders and then hiding your hand. Stop with the passive aggressive behavior because people not going to sit up and take this. They're not going to do it. There is no rule that says you have to accept being disrespected every day. There's no rule. You got a right to be mad. So if y'all want to know why I'm mad, because I've been disrespected. I come there to do my job. People are like, oh, well, she needs to remain. She shouldn't fall for the bait. Nah, tell the people to quit talking mess. You get tired. Everything we do, we say, and y'all don't even be hearing the mics when we up there because they cut their mics off. Judy was talking about Luana Terry's daughter, and Jerry had checked her. What she needs to is get that child under control. Who are you talking to? That's a child. That's a minor. You have no children. How dare you speak, tell that mother what she should do? Let me tell you, people tired. They slick mouths, just like Jasmine Green. And then occasional ACO lit her up. So she's like, oh no, baby girl, no. I was like, y'all done got the women upset. But when they come there and they gaslight and they use passive aggressive behavior, and then they pretend like they're the victim. No. They said, not today, not today. We got something for you. You beach blonde, butch body built. Did I get it all out? Did I get it all out? Okay. So I'm just saying, people better stop. People are not, nothing says in your job, decorum, or anything that you have to allow people to call you out your name with your colleagues. You don't. You know, people sitting up here trying to feel sorry for Liddell. She called me a bitch, period. When she was calling the man a racist and all kind of stuff that day, her and Candace Michat. So I'm not feeling sorry for her, and she's a habitual and pathological liar. Yeah. So you want to know why Jedediah Brown and them is here? It's because y'all voting to give yourselves money. And I'm gonna put up the stuff and show why people are looking at Flint like it's Dalton, Illinois. I'm gonna show y'all why. Y'all drew attention here to yourself. That's why people are coming here. Why do you think people are here from? People come from all over. Cincinnati, North Carolina, Florida. Lumi lives in Florida. We get people to Maya, Detroit, Ohio. I mean, we get people who come here because people like, there is an injustice. People watching them all over do things that are unethical. And the most unethical that they're trying to do today, there's a rally for Save Oak Park. Why? Because Quincy Murphy said, we have our 5 votes. Them Ashley Capital checks that they didn't gave them is the checks that just keep on giving. They like the Energizer Bunny. So I'm gonna switch on to something else before I get into why the people keep coming here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna switch this around. So Mickey, let me get on my what's name, because we're gonna get on this real. So we're gonna go on to why they keep coming here. You want to know why they keep coming here? Well, if y'all stop voting to give yourselves money, which I have no problem doing. I've never seen nothing like it. And it gets good to you when you give your own nonprofit money. They want to know, why you give yourself I took myself off of. And this is the killing part, y'all, that got me with Liddell Lewis. She said during one meeting, we couldn't prove it. This was in September last year. I said, that is your nonprofit. You start. You can't prove it. Yeah, we can. Laura, LARA, you go to the state website. That's when she had removed her name as president director. But as ACO said, well, come on now, baby girl. You still the incorporator. People see this. You got residents coming down there saying, I need help. Some are seniors. I'm on a fixed income. My Social Security isn't enough to pay for mine. Yeah, there we go. Mickey on it today, y'all. Mickey on it. So when you are the incorporator of Cyrus Park, if you can leave that up, Mickey, people have a reason. Why are you the council president, and you are the incorporator, giving yourself not once, but twice? You voted yes. You voted yes on giving your organization. It says Tuesday, sign here, Liddell Lewis, 1st day of August, 2021. Who is to incorporate the title incorporator, Cyrus Park. She incorporated. I swear, one of them a swear by it and the other one a co-sign on the lie. So let's put up the Cyrus Park was in here where she gave $50,000 and $25,000, because this is why they're here, because you're not taking care of the people. Not one roof, not one shingle has been put on the roof, not one furnace has been put in, not one window. Saginaw, Michigan is on their third phase. But y'all giving each other stuff. And Judy said, Tonya, I didn't know that she had put, I didn't know that Liddell had put in for money. Well, there was only 2 people on the ad hoc committee. 2. Yeah, that's the 25,000. Now, what does that say on that one? It was presented and it actually passed. Resolution 240143 passed. She voted. Cyrus Park is her organization. She's the incorporator. I just showed you the incorporator paper. You wonder why Jedediah here? You the incorporator. Why are you voting to give yourself money again and again and again? This is the same as Dalton, Illinois. This is what they're going through now. People got indictments down there, and the FBI is there. The FBI is there. Okay. So there's another one, the 50,000. She just voted, you gave that like 3 weeks ago. You know, people want to know. He ain't the only one that's coming here. People want to know. And I got to pull mine back up. So you gave her, that was the 25,000. Now that's gonna be another one. Now that's the letter where she said the lady gave back the 20,000. One lie, another one swear back. That one is I gave you should have the 50,000 one too. See, I mean that's where they voted. She stated in the meeting that Candace did not vote to give 300,000. That's a lie. Candace voted in committee on her own 300,000. She voted in committee to send it to council, that 300,000. Let me go back and see. I know some of our stuff when I get to send it don't always come through for some reason. So when you wonder why people are coming, because y'all not doing right. I mean, we so similar to Dalton, Illinois, it ain't even funny. Well, why I'm looking at, put up the trip Dubuque, Iowa. They went to Dubuque, Iowa on the city. Guess what they did in Dalton, Illinois? They went to Las Vegas. Probably a much better trip than Dubuque, Iowa, but they went to Las Vegas on the taxpayers. That one. And it states on that one, if you can blow that one up, because I can't really read it. Yeah, so it states, next, Candace Mouchette and Liddell Lewis will introduce the Flint Community Lab. They will introduce the Flint Community Lab. That is Candace's job. Her job. That is not city council. That's her job. So Candace Mouchette, Flint Community Lab Director. Y'all looking at it for yourself. Liddell Lewis, City of Flint Councilwoman. What did they do in Dalton? They went to Las Vegas. Where they go in Flint? Dubuque, Iowa. And this was Candace's job. Her job should have sent her, not the Flint City Council. She went on, she registered for this for her job. Her job should have sent her, not Flint residents. The taxpayer shouldn't have sent them on that. Dalton, Illinois, Las Vegas. Flint City Council, Dubuque, Iowa. That's the only difference. Only difference. So you wonder why they here. Oh, Mickey, it was probably towards the bottom. I'm gonna send it back to you. So you wonder why they here? It's the stuff y'all doing. It's the stuff you're doing. You know. So I think I sent that back. So then the 50,000. Okay, here we go. We know she's the incorporator. Presented on February 19th, passed on February, adopted on February 19th. She voted to give her organization $50,000. She should have recused herself. She's affiliated with Cyrus Park. She's affiliated with it. She's the incorporator. I showed y'all the paper. Liddell Lewis is the incorporator. She voted $50,000. She took herself off as president and director in September when we found out she got them checks. She took herself off. You know, she took herself off when it came out about the Ashley Capital checks. She took herself off. I said to her in the Dome, you need to recuse yourself, her and Quincy. Then when we had the final vote for Ashley Capital, Dennis Pfeiffer asked her to recuse themselves. They were asked 2 different dates, 2 different times by 2 different council people to recuse themselves. And they said no. Well, they got a little, Quincy got a little zesty with his over there when we was at the Dome. can't wait. I've been waiting to vote on this. I'm like, is he really doing all of that? You got a lawnmower. There's a copy of the check. Y'all want to know why them folks is here? You're taking stuff. Habitat for Humanity quickly said and put in an article by Ron Funger. That lawnmower is in the possession of Quincy Murphy. We do not have that lawnmower. It's in the possession. The check, I've put the checks up 1 million times. So you wonder why they're here? It's y'all doing stuff to bring the people who expose corruption here. Y'all are bringing the people who expose corruption here. You're bringing them here yourself. Lawnmowers, checks, 11,000. Candy money, checks, not reporting on your campaign finance, not reporting it. Telling Ashley Capital and telling the people of the Friends of Oak Park, we have our 5 votes. Ain't nothing y'all can do to save this park. That's why they're here. Because you shouldn't have 5 votes. You told them your 5 people rolled by and seen the park. How are you doing a round robin? That's a violation of the Open Meetings Act. Y'all already decided them 5 people. He said it at the meeting. Quincy said at the meeting to the people. He had his 5 votes. How y'all gonna decide your 5 votes to sell a city property, a historical city property? You wonder why Jedediah is here? Because y'all selling city property. Y'all giving your nonprofits that you are associated with money. $50,000, $25,000, $11,000 lawnmowers, $15,000 candy checks, $72 million tax abatements, $3.25 million in our ARPA funds to a company that y'all took checks from. You wonder why they here? They here because y'all be doing dirty business. Y'all voting on this stuff. Habitat for Humanity, we gave them, 5 million? 3.25 maybe. I got to find the resolution. Quincy shouldn't have been voting on Habitat for Humanity. You took a lawnmower. Habitat for Humanity said it. You have the lawnmower in your possession. You wonder why Jedediah Brown is here? You took a lawnmower. Habitat for Humanity stated, you have the lawnmower. Like Maury, you are the daddy of the lawnmower. You own it. You wonder why they here? Because of the stuff y'all doing. And they're not even trying to hide it. They sit up in council, and if the residents get mad about it, they throw them out. They call the police on them. That's a warning. That's your second warning. Officers, I want them removed. So when the residents get thrown out because they done gave these companies $3.25 million, $3.5 million, $72 million tax abatements. They done gave them whatever that they want, parks. They giving a historical park, which Quincy telling people he got his 5 votes. You wonder why they here? It's because of how y'all vote. Now, Arthur Woodson and Don Pfeiffer brought up a very good question, a very good point. Now, Judy paid cash to for her kitchen. I heard her telling Attorney Kim she did because she talks a lot. Right before then, she was saying she had went to 5-6 weeks before. She had borrowed money for an attorney before one of those recalls. So if you borrow money 6 weeks before, but then you pay cash for your kitchen, we need to see how you save that money up. Show us where you saved it. Show us how you saved it up each month. Because you're going along with them votes, and I'm not liking it. Here's the funny part. When Liddell had said, and we're going to play that TikTok, it was okay for that woman to use at the DDA to put the stuff on the credit card. That was normal. And Judy says, no, that's not. Now, that was before Judy had that kitchen done. After Judy going along with a lot of stuff, before Judy was saying, hey, you can't put stuff on the credit card. After Judy see them voting on stuff, so Don Pfeiffer and Arthur Woodson may have a point. Everybody want to see where you save that money up every month because you told everybody you was paying cash for it. Your kitchen. Kitchens are expensive. You're getting cabinets, sinks. You got to get flooring. You get new fixtures. new countertops. Kitchens are expensive to get done. They are expensive. So we want to see, Judy, where you save that money up. Where you tucked a little bit away in the mattress or put it in the little cookie jar and saved it. I want to see where you save that money. Because before, when with Liddell, it was a totally different person. Y'all make these people come here. Y'all make them come here. I paid cash for a kitchen. You should have kept your mouth closed. I wouldn't have said anything. I got a lawnmower, and I'm gonna give you. Quincy got the best lawnmower it was. That lawnmower is nice. It has an expandable base. The grass clippings are real fine. It's like a little moat. So listen, it just all depends. If you're gonna get something, Quincy, I guess I don't know. We don't know how much. We got to check for that. So kitchen. I don't know how much her kitchen was, but kitchens, we know are expensive. You paying cash for one? Somebody putting it. Oh, I can't see. Oh, look. And everybody who out there, good morning, y'all. Put in the comments where you at. Okay, somebody said that the kitchens run from 10. Yeah, they can run expensive. Dishwasher, over the range, microwave, flooring, depending on your type of flooring. Your faucets, your countertop, your cabinet. And that was a deal, probably depending on the size of your kitchen. Thank you. Average kitchen is $40,000 to get done. It's that part. And listen, everybody who on here, thank y'all for joining us there. But look, click like, share, and subscribe, and hit them like buttons. We need y'all to like. They track if y'all liking our podcasts and 810 News Media Group. Y'all got to hit them like buttons for us. Oh, good morning, Dallas, Texas, Rochester, New York. Good morning, y'all. And I done told Mickey got me turning my head this way. That TV needs to be, I was supposed to be in the corner today. He gonna bring it on Trevor. Trevor watching. Good morning, Trevor. Trevor called and told me Happy Mother's Day. And that touched my heart. We had a little talk. We have always been had a little a friendship. I like Trevor. I have always liked Trevor. He's straightforward. So listen, Bethesda, Maryland, Port Arthur, Texas. Look, wherever y'all are from, Illinois is a suburb. That's Shanetta in the suburbs. So listen, Los Angeles, LA, Alabama. I appreciate it. Jessica Stewart, I need your phone number. I need a number. I don't even know how to get in contact with her. I don't know if she's on Facebook, but she really gives some. I need to talk with her. So you need to DM me your phone numbers. To DM the right word. Listen, I need your number. I do. So whoever is on here, Mama Quill, because that's what you call her, Mickey, Mama Quill, don't you? That's Tyra's mom. Angela, Lynette, everybody that is on there. I appreciate. Angela Lynette said 40 bands. So listen, them kitchens is high. So if they wonder why people are here, y'all looking like Dalton, Illinois. That's why. You're looking like Dalton. Flint got $94.7 million in ARPA. $94.7 million. All residents, Judy be laughing and saying, we did do something for the residents. They got a $300 water credit. Yeah, but you got a new kitchen. I want to see where you saved up for that. Okay. But they got a $300 water credit. That was a political ploy. That was a campaign political ploy is what that is. Because the same people got them. It was over 9,000 letters went out. They got a letter for a lien to be put on their property. A lien that they were sending on water liens over to the county for taxes. 9,000. And I don't trust what he's saying. Now they putting a little hocus pocus. Well, we gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. But we don't know. We got a program. At this point, y'all, look, I don't know what they doing because I don't trust them. You sent them out. Now you're saying you ain't doing it. And, we gave 250. What is 250,000 gonna do? I mean, please, you got 9,000 people that it went out to. So wherever y'all are from, so you wonder why they here, Flint? You wonder why they here, council people? Y'all looking like Dalton, Illinois. You're looking like Dalton. We got the Tiffany Hinyard thing, TikTok, and I think I started to put these up. Nick, you probably wondering. It would Teflon, Dalton controversy. No, I think now this one is a and the serious thing is that yes. Let me say. No, not. No, that yeah. Yep. And y'all look like Dalton, Illinois. They won't be here. Dalton all over every. Now let me resend it then. Let's see if it'll do it then. That's weird. I sent it back. So, want to not be? Stop looking like Dalton and stop acting like Dalton. Yes. We had a whole debate team call me, and they called Jerry. They want to come here. This was they called probably about 5-6 weeks ago. So you want to y'all causing attention to yourselves. Is it playing?
Absolutely, Terrence and Dawn. Good evening to the both of you. What you see behind me right now are about 30 or so residents that are still standing by. These residents were unable to get inside of that meeting tonight. To our understanding, the meeting is still underway, but probably most notable, Hinyard's former assistant, who has now filed a lawsuit against the mayor, and well-known community activist Andrew Holmes, who's also a Village of Dalton trustee. This woman claiming that she was sexually violated during a work trip that happened. That woman spoke to reporters today for the first time. Listen in.
Very overwhelming. At first, it was like it was just me by myself. And a year later, for me to see y'all standing with me here for thank you so much. This means so much to me. But I still want everybody to know I'm standing with you too. If you're a survivor with me, please come stand with me.
Outside the Village of Dalton, residents eager to address Mayor Tiffany Hinyard and her administration. Inside, about 50 seats for residents. 10 people did speak during public comments, once again demanding Hinyard and her administration resign. Residents spoke about wanting justice for unsolved murders, the current sexual assault allegations, and simply wanting answers about the village's finances. All of this comes as 5 subpoenas have been served to the village, asking for payments, expense reimbursements, and credit card expenditures involving Hinyard and her top assistant, Keith Freeman. Now, subpoenas also indicate the FBI is looking into complaints by Dalton business owners whose license requests have been rejected. Hinyard's charitable donations are also under review. Now, take a listen tonight for more of residents speaking inside of the meeting.
I am pleased that Trustee Holmes is not here, although I asked him to suspend himself with a little integrity. I don't think he's done that yet. You are going to be, and it's unfortunate, in a 6x8 sale in North Carolina, because you're going to the federal joint.
This is what it's going to take. Next election, we got to vote around. Period. We can't have a bunch of people running. That's how she got in by 100 votes. Not like 82%. She got one by 120 votes. 4% of the vote.
Now, Hinyard did address the crowd. Speaking of certain things that have gone well, under her administration, she talked about some cleanup projects that have taken place, some Easter events.
I'm unmuted. Okay, so we're gonna put up two. You wonder why they here? Well, they in Dalton. Flint, y'all looking like they look like Dalton. But when you speak up, they want to make you the problem. Mickey, let's put up some checks. That's a check to the mayor. That's just one of them. And I think there's more than that one. And I'd have to someone had gotten those. Quit taking checks from these companies. And then he goes on the news to talk about how it's a great thing to sell Oak Park. Mayor Neely did an interview, how great it was, benefit what they're going to develop that land for historical Oak Park that's going to Ashley Capital. You took an Ashley Capital check. That's just one of them. There was more than that because it wasn't reported when we voted on that. He hadn't even reported that he had the check. He held the checks. Why was he holding them checks? He held it after we gave Ashley Capital $3.25 million in our ARPA funds and then another $72 million tax abatement. So put up the other list of the things which, that things which were given. It was that the list with the red on it. Yeah. So we got Habitat for Humanity gave that lawnmower, that Habitat in the article stating, I've shared it with y'all before. That lawnmower to cut grass on vacant lots and underserved city lots to combat blight. I believe he gets paid for cutting grass for land bank. They got the cutting clean and green, and you get paid like $20 a lot for that. So if he's getting paid to cut clean and green with a lawnmower that was given by Ashley Capital and is a gift and it's a violation of the Flint City Charter and the Flint City Council that you're supposed to disclose it. They did not disclose it. Cyrus Park, $1,500 to assist with costs at a Halloween event that they actually charged to go into because Gina Luster daughter stated there was a box of cash. They was charging $5 to get into a free event. How do you charge to get into a free event in a public park didn't have to pay for? And then there was other donation. So then there was the individual household. Now guess what individual households went to, y'all? That $4,750 where they did of clothing, gifts, and food cards for 45 people during the 2022 Christmas holiday. Guess who got that money? Quincy Murphy. Quincy Murphy got that money, y'all. He got that $11,000 lawnmower and that $4,750 and gift cards, clothing, gifts. He was playing Santa Claus. What's that James Brown one? Santa Claus, come straight to the ghetto. Boom. Boom. So, and I'm not making this up. That was not my spreadsheet, by the way. That came from Ashley Capital because they were being transparent. Our council people who were looking like Dalton, Illinois, were not. So you wonder why Jedediah Brown is here and other people? Because y'all looking like Dalton, Illinois. Y'all looking like Dalton. So let's put up the resolution for the $300,000. And why Mickey's getting that. Now, during a council meeting maybe 3 weeks ago, they were talking, and Candace said on air, Candace Mushat, the interim appointed 7th Ward person, stated to Quincy Murphy, because Quincy was kind of like, I'm not down with what y'all doing, okay? And so Quincy says, she says, Quincy, you were well supported. You know what you're supposed to do. You were well supported by us. I'm like, Okay, but guess what resolution they were on? Now this is 300,000. So they were on the resolution for the $300,000 that was, which Candace Mushat is affiliated with. She's affiliated with the, yeah, Great Lakes Aquatic Network. So I ain't never seen Ed Taylor, the deputy chief, has only been up to that podium maybe three, I'm gonna say 4 times now, because it was 3. But he came up this was the budget here to the council meeting, because he's a straight shooter. He's just gonna tell you just what it is. And so he came up there and said, take a look. James Cochran got a good, he imitates Ed very well. He imitates him very well. Like, look, whose name on the bottom of that? Administration have nothing to do with that. But who sent it up? Do you see? We didn't sign off on it. Administration don't have anything to do with that. So it came that the interim person, Candace Mushat, sent that up for 300,000. That's her nonprofit she's affiliated with. Prior to that, the week before, was it 2 weeks before, the administration sent up a resolution requiring that council members disclose any affiliation that they are associated with any business, doing business, or seeking to do business with the city of Flint. Y'all guess how they voted on that? They voted no. They voted no. The Fab Five or Foolish Five, whatever, they voted no. They voted no to disclose that. Well, Candace did. It's a fact. She voted yes on that 300,000 to send it from committee to council. She voted yes. The record will show, and the video. She voted yes from committee to vote it to council. It got to council. Liddell pulled back. She pulled it off to table it, I believe, indefinitely. Liddell pulled it back because it was getting hot. Why? They're looking like Dalton, Illinois. Y'all looking like Dalton. You send up a $300,000 resolution. The mayor and the administration says, hey, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We ain't got nothing to do with that, sign off on that. We did not send that up. And they pulled it back once it got to council. But it passed in committee. The 5, like Quincy said, his 5 votes he got, it passed in committee. The 5 votes he told the Oak Park people he got, it passed in committee. You wonder why they here? Y'all looking like Dalton, Illinois. That's why. That's exactly why. So, we gonna go. It's just so much. We're gonna go on to this $20,000 letter next. So wait, first we're gonna play I got the TikTok. You gonna beat me too? So this is the Judy who was before. This was before Kitchen Judy. Before the cash kitchen payoff. This was her. No, it's gonna say Flint DDA director uses $20K for personal. No. Yeah, that's the one. Nope. It says the DDA one. Want me to send it back to the bottom? And I'm not making this stuff up, y'all. This stuff is true. I mean, Dalton is looking like Flint. Flint looking like Dalton. And, and this is just a fact. That's why they here. Did you get it, Mick? Okay. The big eyelash, the swanky hotel trips, the shopping, the pedicures and manicures, and that stuff is expensive. And I'm gonna tell you, my friends be talking about some, because my time is terrible. My friend Stephanie she dropped by and she was like, every time I would touch my phone, it was ringing. She was like, girl, I don't know how you do this. And it's constant, it's so much going on. And these are generally their residents. And so the joke is, I go grocery shopping when I run out of bottled water. That's the truth. that is the truth. And my fingernails don't get done, because I don't have the time. I just don't have the time. And so When I go get, my nails, the pedicure and the manicure, it's quite a bit of money. You know, it's quite to get my eyebrows arched. So by the time I leave there, that service is high. It's high. So let's play the video where the DDA director was getting mink eyelashes, not acrylic or synthetic, not synthetic. Y'all, mink. I mean, if you're gonna get the best, get the best. Like that lawnmower, got the best. He got the Bentley of lawnmowers. She got mink eyelashes. So let's play where Councilwoman Liddell Lewis said she was saying that it was okay to buy stuff on a city credit card. It was okay, and you can pay it back later. You can put your stuff on there and pay it back later. Problem is, she never paid it back. Councilwoman Liddell Lewis, there's another video out there, claims that she had paid that money back. She hadn't paid any of it back because we're going to put the letter up after we watch the video. Did he? Who gave him that false information? I'm going to have to pull that article up. See, y'all, they didn't gave the journalist the bogus information. They didn't gave the journalist the wrong information. Why did the Flint Journal put it in? We need to put that article up too afterwards. Can we put that article up next after the video? Let's play the video.
So knowing the little bit I do know about government spending and cards, I do know that some government entities, they provide cards to individuals, but they allow them to repay the money that's spent. And so whatever outside costs that they may incur, as long as they pay it back, it's not a problem. It's like that with a lot of federal agencies. And I'm not sure if this is the process here. So what I don't want to do, I don't want to demonize anyone without having any set receipts of what's going on. So if this lady, if she went and she purchased these items that they're naming, but if she reimbursed the city, I don't want to sit up here and demonize her. Before I talk anything else about this, say anything else, I want to make sure that we have all of the facts. So I'm not against the investigation, but what I'm against demonizing someone without knowing all the full facts. So if she replenished the funds for those items, that's just what it is. Then we've been paid back. But I just want to put that on the record. Everyone is innocent until you're proven guilty. So if we conduct this investigation, we definitely see what it is. But I don't want to put forth that narrative that someone is already guilty before we do any kind of investigation. It's totally unfair. Thank you.
Anyone else in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
So I don't know of any governmental agency that allows an employee to use a card to purchase personal items. I just don't. And I don't know of very many businesses who would allow the same thing. So I am in favor of the investigation. Thank you.
My name is Brandy Curtis, and I'm the operations manager at Flint DDA.
Well, hi, Brandy. We've heard your name before.
You have.
Okay, my question was, there were funds. I know that we're requesting to have $586 is what the DDA needs, or else it's not going to continue to be in existence. So my question was, the funds, did we ever get the funds on how much was returned back into the DDA's account?
Are we talking about credit card usage?
Credit card usage.
Okay. I actually have from our legal department an actual letter for you guys that got sent to us today, so I have copies of it here to give to everybody.
Could you please give it to the clerk?
Yep.
And then while you're walking, I can hear you. I know that you're not on the mic. Did it give a breakdown of it, Brandy? Because my clock is running.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. that we get 5 minutes.
You're okay. So inside of that packet, what it tells you is it tells you there is a designated number, and in
Mhm.
that number, how much of it was over budget expenditures and what was spent on personal usage. It does explain with that employee who is no longer with us, what is coming about with those additional fees.
Does it state how much that employee put back in there?
It does not, because we need her written approval to do so, but I can take that back. to
So
our legal.
why do we have to have her written approval when it was city money?
Because of the fact that it was with her being employed there, according to our legal, without her written consent, we cannot give out that delegated amount of money.
With the P card? So what, do I need to FOIA it? Because I've done that before.
I can get that for you, yes.
Yes, because that is important. Because one thing we're trying to, which the public wanted to know. I was made aware of this, and I don't know if they started off that it was 35,000. How much credit card usage was there?
By the time we were done, the total number was $20,336.75.
Could you say that again, please? I write a little slow.
No,
Sorry.
you're okay. It's $20,336.75.
So I am requesting through you, Madam Chair, to Mr. Kim, I would like to have a copy of how this was returned, going to be returned, if it was a payment plan or anything else, because I don't even wear eyelashes. I use my own. And we shouldn't have to pay for people's beauty products, their shopping trips. That's not the city and the residents' responsibility.
Correct.
And so,
Just, council member, if I could,
yes,
the law department doesn't provide legal counsel to the DDA. They have their own separate counsel. So you'd have to make that request to the DDA, which I
okay,
believe
so
that she
can
said
the,
that she's,
can the city clerk get it? Because y'all have a process. I think when we ask, y'all want people to jump through all these hoops. So to the Madam Chair, to you, to the city clerk, can I get that? Can we get that, please? What is the payment? Because we were told by the councilwoman in the second ward, she put that 20,000 back in there. She told us she did. So I would like to see where that $20,336.75 was put back, because we didn't have knowledge of it.
Request for information.
Please, what's your request?
Okay. I'll request.
So, Madam Chair, if you could get that, that's through you, that's the proper channel. So we need to ask the DDA attorney about those funds, because it was at 35,000, I believe. And then it went through, and people try to act like Tonya Burns is not telling the truth. I know what I'll be talking about. I know. So Brandy, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Pfeiffer. You do have the floor.
We have demanded reimbursement from the former employee for the full amount of the improper charges, but have yet received reimbursement.
Oh.
No, I would just like to add to,
Yeah, because this one was a long time coming. So what we know that we cannot do is trust the word of the president of the Flint City Council. She had stated before too. First of all, it was okay to use the credit card to make your purchases. And look, just put it back. Not that one. The letter that no, I'll resend it to your the DDA letter with the 20,000 that I'll send it back. Okay, I sent it. Yeah. And so first of all, let's begin. The chairman of the board, can you would a slide to show that one? Not that one. The chairman of the DDA board, when y'all want to know why they're here, is Mayor Neely. The mayor is the chairman. Yep. The chairman of the DDA board member is always whoever the mayor is. So the chairman of the board is the mayor. Y'all wonder why they here? Y'all looking like Dalton, Illinois. You wonder why they here? You're looking like Dalton. So the chairman of the DDA board is the mayor. You wonder why people are here. Wonder why people are angry at city council. It's not that the residents are just outraged for no reason. They got a reason. Things are coming to fruition. Put up the letter with the $20,000. So some of those names are outdated on there. But the mayor is always the chairman of the board, whoever the mayor is of the DDA. So yeah, it was probably the other way. Or no, it was the same one that was next to that one. So it may have been. It should be at your bottom. It was with the DDA thing. It's right above it. So it comes about because the DDA needs 560,000, which is over $500,000. So because they, fell short, they need ARPA funds because there were issues with the parking lot and they didn't get the revenue expected that they would receive because of COVID and because they keep putting them bricks down. The bricks are being put back down. And so they're losing revenue with people downtown. People aren't shopping or visiting the shops as frequently or parking. So they're losing revenue. So it came to say in there, the investigation of such improper expenditures resulted in identifying charges of $20,336.75. We have demanded reimbursement from the former employee for the full amount for improper charges, but have not yet received reimbursement. We have not yet received reimbursement. There's another video. I don't know who be doing those videos, but if the one video you have got Councilwoman Lewis saying she put it back in there. There was a vote that was 5-3. 5 were for the investigation, and the three people who voted no against the investigation. And this is according to Ron Fonger's article in MLive, which I guess he was given some bogus information, but this vote is true. The council members, Liddell Lewis, Quincy Murphy, and Eva Worthing voted against the resolution. They didn't want the investigation for the DDA director, which still hasn't paid the $20,336.75. So you want to know why they here? Y'all looking like Dalton, Illinois. Looking like Dalton. Might be looking worse than Dalton, actually. So that's why the people here, because you're looking like Dalton. And Dalton, Illinois has got the FBI. All kind of corruption is going on. Who covered this up? The chairman of the board? They don't know. But we do know that $20,336.75 has not been paid back. That they said personal expenditures, not my letter. That came from the DDA itself. So you want to know why they here? Y'all looking like the DDA. That lady did not pay that money back, and it is not okay to use a city credit card for your personal services and then lie to people and say it's been paid back. I don't even know how you pay that back. I guess they have to take your check. I don't even know. I mean, it's not okay. So before Kitchen Judy was on her job, she said, no, I've never heard of any municipality or any place doing that. She never heard. I haven't either. Never, ever. So let's go on, because look, they looking like Dalton. So that's why they're here. So let's go on to and then the sad part is you can't make this stuff up. I did a couple of, I didn't put the names of no. Of these TikToks. Let me see. I may have to resend this one to you. Yeah, some of this stuff, is beyond troubling. Let me see. This internet is terrible in here. We may just have to go down the list and I can explain, because I'm not getting any kind of signal. Let's play it. Let's see what that one is. Let's see what this is, because I can't pick. My internet isn't working. So let's play it. And then can we cut it up? Y'all, they looking like Dalton. That's why they here. And then it's be lying. Just be lying.
So here's what this gets down to. I did call you nasty. And I won't apologize for that because you sent a text message to the pastors stating, which I posted on my Facebook, which was a blatant lie, and it was malicious. I at no point stated on anywhere on my public Facebook page, which you have the capability of saying, that I say that on my Saturday show, I'm going to talk about Councilwoman Liddell Lewis being working. You sent the concerned pastors a fake text message. So yes, that was very nasty. You did that deliberately to attack my integrity and my character. So yes, it's nasty. So if you're stuck on adjectives, I would never did that to you. I would have never sent a fake, and you doctored it. It was white out on it, and you sent it. So when you sent this fake text message, they reached out to me. You know I didn't send that because you can see everything on my Facebook. You made up a fake page or whoever, and you sent it. You sent it to the pastors. Now this would be ironic because it came from the same page where they called my daughter the same person, which obviously must be you, a monkey, because my daughter is married to a white man. That same person did that. That's a fact. You sent the same person, you sent a fake post. So you're stuck on adjectives. So was your behavior appalling, dreadful, horrendous, unspeakable, atrocious, abominable, monstrous, sickening, hateful? You did something against me that you deliberately knew it was wrong.
Okay. So children have been put up. Last week, they put my mother up. Last week, they put my mom up. And you do stuff that, they come at you. So the fake page, which Liddell Lewis sent it to some of the pastors, was that fake page. Either she is the person, but what we do know is whoever the person is constantly tagging those people. Can you leave that up, Mickey? Okay. Constantly tagging the people. She sent that fake page, which either is her, which I think it is her, and she sent it to the pastor. Now, this person, here's a common trend. These people always like to tag themselves when they the person who doing it. That's what they do. And tag their friends. It's usually the people in that group. So this person always tags Eva Worthing, Liddell Lewis, Judy Priestley, and there have been some with Quincy Murphy in it. And so this same person who put up everybody, she's put up Mickey's child, Winters's child, Arthur Woodson's granddaughter, my children, my mother. She even put up Danielle Green's grandson and put up Danielle. I mean, who else have they put up? They went after this week, Stephanie. I mean, the stuff, Miss Bev, put up the thing, and I'm gonna speak about that because that was, that was terrible what happened. So Liddell sends from the same person, she sends a whole post that this person does to the pastor. Now, why would you send this unless you that person? She sent to the pastors. This fake post to the pastors. So I'm not feeling sorry for her. Yeah, she's not a nice person. She's not. So you want to know why they want to know what's going on? You're looking like Dalton, actually worse than Dalton, Illinois. Y'all putting up people's children. You're putting up people's children and mocking people, putting them up. Liddell Lewis sends crazy stuff. You want to know why they want to know what's going on with you, Liddell? You're looking like worse than Dalton, Illinois. This person is always tagging her. She sent one of these posts. Why? But she knows it's a fake page and all the mess that this person does. Why would you send that to the pastors unless you that person doing it? Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. She also has that parody page. She trying to say it ain't hers. But Councilman Mays with the TikTok with the liquor bottles and with him, but she shares this parody page. Did I send you one of those? I think I did send it to you, but it was under a different one. I mean, she shared this page on hers. She shares the parody page onto her personal page. Liddell Lewis shares the parody page onto hers. She is the parody page. She gotta be, in my opinion. Why would you share a parody page? That's so tacky. So tacky. Onto her page. It ain't gonna be on that. It's gonna be from my city phone, from the Councilwoman Tonya Burns. It ain't gonna be on this one. I sent it last night, but never. We won't go on it. Up there it go. Yeah. Nope. Go down. It was right below Chris Caleb's. I had seen it. Right. Yeah. So she plays his parody pages. Now, Councilman Mays lost his life. She got a tombstone up there playing the song that was sung at his funeral. I'm feeling sorry for her. And she shares the parody page on her page. It never came through. Well, anyway, most everyone has seen that. And I had blocked it because she's just full of mess. But that's the stuff. Something's wrong with her. Something's wrong with her. So she shares this person who shares everybody's kids, parents, grandkids. She shares this garbage on her page. So you want to know why to hear? You're looking worse than Dalton, Illinois. So let's go to the TikTok below that, because I put all of them. Listen, wherever y'all from, y'all, thank y'all for being here. Look, did y'all click, like, share, hit that like button, hit that like button. Is it the same one? Okay, let's start this one, see what this one is. Okay, we already did that one. We covered some ground today. Did it come back through twice? Yeah, so skip that one. Okay. Mickey, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so listen, as we work it through, y'all know my internet is sketchy at home. It is sketchy. It is sketchy. So, so when we talk about, why people are upset, why residents are, because the residents, when you sitting there, you see what's going on. You see what's going on. I'm gonna send you this one. I just sent it to you. And so it's just like in Dalton, Illinois. The residents are tired of them lying. Look, everybody else getting something but the residents, and Flint got that money because we have a high poverty rate. The biggest impact was here to COVID. Oh, let's go.
Admits to violating the charter by not holding the 7th Ward election as soon as possible, which should have taken place in February.
Having the election as soon as possible would have been in February. Having the election in May isn't in the best interest of 7th Ward opponents, because they will only have until January 23rd. to submit signatures and until January 26th to withdraw their name from the ballot. In August, election will only have until January 23rd to submit signatures and until January 26th to withdraw their name from the ballot. An August election will allow interested 7th Ward residents to gather their signatures or withdraw their name from candidacy until April, as stated before. It is my desire to have a fair and timely election. I hope my colleagues share the same sentiment. Hashtag leading the change. Hashtag Flynn strong. Hashtag 2nd Ward.
Okay. Y'all, that was really bogus. I'm gonna tell you why. They weren't leading the change. We had to go through hoops. I had to get we first had to get someone to draw up the resolution, because we couldn't get it drawn up. Candace should have been on the list. So finally we got it was resolution 230475 with special primary election for 7th Ward. They were trying to hijack the 7th Ward seat. They were trying to. I had to use, and Lentil Law Firm did help and assist with that. They were trying to hijack that 7th Ward seat by not putting her on the ballot. And when does Liddell speak for everybody? No, you don't speak for me. You didn't speak for Mays. You didn't speak for Pfeiffer. You didn't speak for Jerry. So we had to go through the back door. And how many times did they break quorum? Candace voted no on this one of the times to put 7th Ward on the ballot. She voted no. The other times, the 5 of them broke quorum is not to have it put on the ballot. And Judy broke quorum too. She went home, claimed she got flustered. They didn't want to break up that, Candace couldn't handle it. Put up the actual resolution. Thank you, Mickey. They didn't want to vote on it. Broke quorum 4 or 5 times. Didn't show up. It was unbelievable. They were trying to, in my opinion, hijack that 7th Ward seat. They didn't want it on the ballot. How you gonna serve and take an oath to the charter? And Candace voted no to put it on the ballot, to the resolution. She finally had to do it because she was pinned in the corner because Attorney Kim had to tell her I had to go to the county clerk, and it's got to be put on there. We had to pin her in the corner. She was forced. The first time she voted no to put that seat on. She voted no. And 7th Ward residents need to know that. So it was finally done. And it took forever. But that election should have been held, in February? It was supposed to be held in February. It's not. So I just want to show how you can't trust them. They were trying to hijack a seat by crook or hook or crook. They gonna get stuff. Y'all looking like Dalton, Illinois. That's why they here. Y'all looking worse than Dalton. That's why people here. Y'all was trying to hijack a seat. The record shows they broke quorum. And the video shows it. Broke quorum is not to have this on there. And then Candace did vote one time. She voted no to put the 7th Ward seat that she was appointed to as interim council person. She voted no. So you want to know why they here? Y'all looking worse than Dalton, Illinois. So I like to make sure my stuff is factual because they'll swear, oh, that's just not true. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely is. Mickey, these folks they'll stress you. Listen, if y'all watching, click like, share, subscribe. If you're going to be out today, support Historical Oak Park 12 to 4. Please come and join everyone. I got to be a lot of places where I need to be. It's something. Now I need to be somewhere cleaning up, folding clothes. I need some closet space. So I'm gonna switch to I want to send, and I didn't because it's so sad, and I didn't want to start it out. The other night I had received a call. When you get that call, 2 something, 3 something in the morning, it's not like you greet and you say, hey, what's up? Like you do in the afternoon. So I got a call And I want to send my deepest sympathies and condolences to Beverly Biggs and her family, her daughter Nell, and to the young mother who lost her child. This is a difficult time that their family is going through. The 2-year-old Miss Biggs' great grandson accidentally he got a hold to a firearm and shot himself. And they have a resident that's been on the news. I did talk to Beverly before a couple days ago because now we've seen people putting up information, and a 2-year-old, a toddler, has lost their life. It was an unfortunate accident. We need to be better educated on gun safety. And before I go, because I'm going to mention it throughout this, if anyone needs a gun safety lock, contact me. I will get you one. If you need a gun safety lock, contact me. I will get you one because we got to educate people in our community because this happens. They have a gun law that came out in February, and it is an automatic, I believe, 15-year sentence, manslaughter. And so my heart goes out to that family. So when she gave me a call, she called me, and normally I go home, and I'm a creature of kind of some habits. I'll put my pajamas on, and then if I had makeup on for the day, it takes me later on. It'll take me. I didn't sit down and had a glass of wine. And usually 2 hours later, I've been finished getting ready for bed. This night, I did it just the opposite. I got home, cleansed my face, and I was working on some stuff, and so I was still dressed. I didn't have my PJs on, and when I got the call, when she called, she was upset, and she just said, my great grandson, Tonya, and so I went over to her home. I went over to her home with her family, and it was sad, Mickey. I didn't leave till I stayed till, I don't know, way, way in the morning. I mean, it was daylight. I want to know why the birds up in Flint be up at 3:45. But I stayed with her as long as I felt she needed me to. It was maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, but I just the children, and this is a very close knit family. Um, it was you adults, we grieve differently, but the children, her great grandchildren, they were so upset, just upset because this family was close. She has got her granddaughter lives on the same street as her, same block. So the family is close where all the kids play together. And her other grandchildren were up and just crying, the crying that the older ones. And one of them, she stayed up in a ball with her knees pressed up against her chest. This one is on the National Junior Honor Society. So the impact that it has on families is horrific. And I'm gonna say this about her grandsons, because I don't want him to be painted like he's this bad person. That young man he gave me great respect, great respect. I always spoke, would give a hug, her grandchildren would, and still do. And the one just hugged me so tight outside, just, when you always think if I could do it over, but we don't get a do over. He loved his child. I talk to Bev almost every day. Bev cooks. I don't eat people cooking, so she'll cook or say, hey, come get something, or we may go over to her house and eat or whatever, but it just, I don't even know I don't know if I even processed it, and I can't imagine how they are feeling because her grandsons, both of them live with her, and he took care of that child. He took care of that child, and he loved that child. This was a terrible accident. So what we have to do is teach because this law is in place. And that law scares the crap out of me. Because it's automatic. I get the loss of life, but in the Black community, where are we educated like this? I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know, and I own a CPO and I own firearms, and my children are over 18 and up, and I didn't know how to operate, how to put, the gun. I do now know, but at first you don't know. So how many people really know about gun safety, what the gun safety laws are? If you need and if you can't put the video up prepared, did I send you that one? If you need a gun lock, contact me. I will get you one for your charge, so that you have one. I would prefer, we got to start to, be smart, But when you live people say when you live in the hood, they think you have to, be ready. But when children, we have to be cautious. So we let this happen ever again. I don't. So we got to start educating ourselves on. It won't load. So I want us to educate ourselves on gun safety. And I believe in the right to carry. But if you have children in the home or children come into a home, we need to make sure that, we're practicing good gun safety, put in a safe with a lock on it, or you can put one of the locks on it, empty the chambers out, and put the proper lock on there. And I'm going to show this video on gun safety so that, hopefully it'll help somebody. But if you need it, drop in the inbox. Call me at the Flint City Council, and I'll get you the lock. Where did it go, Mickey? I know it's here. Oh, okay. Here we go. So if you need a lock, contact me. I'll get it to you. You can call me at you can Google the Flint City Council, or you can inbox me. Let me know if you need one. Actually, you can call me. I'm gonna give my number to the city phone. If you need a gun lock, it's 810-471-7849. If you need a lock, you have children in the home, but you got to make sure that you use them. Don't get it and don't use. You need to use it. Use the gun lock. Make sure these guns are safe. We need to educate so we can have prevention. We need to prevent this from happening again. Because a little girl 2 months ago shot herself with a gun and in the eye, and she was on the news this week, and that law applied to her as well. Automatic 15 years. So if we can play how to use a gun safety lock, please.
Today we're going to talk about how to use a gun safety lock. The first thing you want to do when you want to lock up a gun and make it safe is make sure the gun is empty. So first thing you do is remove your magazine, rock back your slide, and make sure your gun is empty. From there, you want to lock the action back on the gun like this. Typical gun safety lock, here's an example of one. It's a cable lock. There are other kinds, we'll get into that in a second, but for a cable lock, what you want to do is you want to put the cable in to the gun and have it come out through the ejection port. You're going to bring it around and lock it into itself. Once you remove the key, the gun can't be loaded or fired. Doesn't prevent the gun from being stolen or taken, but the gun can't be used with the lock. Magazine can't be inserted. Bullet can't be loaded into the chamber. To remove the lock, you just unlock it and remove it from the gun. This can be used on virtually any type of gun. If you have a revolver, let's say, you can open up the cylinder and just wrap it through to prevent the cylinder from being closed, or you can actually run it through a cylinder. Either way, the rounds can't be loaded and the cylinder can't be closed. So the gun lock is effective. And for rifles, all you have to do is open up the action and put this through. It'll keep the gun from being used. There's also what they have called trigger locks. It's a little lock that will go on either side of a trigger and lock itself, and it prevent the trigger from being pulled. Both are very effective ways to lock up the gun, as long as you remember to keep the gun in a secure place as well. And that's how to use a gun safety lock.
Mute me. Okay. If you need a gun lock, you can contact me. Shoot me. First, call me, because look, when people inbox me, I can't keep up with all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We don't have help. I am all my. Contact 810-471-7849. If this helps one family, it becomes priceless. If you need a gun lock, we've had the instruction video, which is a great tutorial on how to, practice gun safety and have it. Contact me. I will get you a free gun lock. Free gun lock. If you need one, contact me. Again, my heart goes out to the family, the young lady who lost her child, the young man who is now who has been arrested, who was the father of the child. So you really losing not just the toddler, but you're losing the grandson and the great grandson and the other individuals. I mean, this is just. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say you get nothing. And I have been to way more shootings than I care to, and how many children have gotten shot. And then we have the Messiah's Law, which they were shooting up houses. But this one, when it's close and you getting the call, I don't know. It's my heart goes out to her family. My deepest sympathies. Deepest sympathies. And if you are a praying person, keep this family in your prayers. Keep this family, please, in your prayers. This is serious, and the father of the child is not taking it well. He's not doing well at all. Not at all. And he was a good dad. And he loved this child. And I don't know. Keep this family in your prayers. Keep them held up. Okay, so Mickey, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go back to why we looking like Dalton. And we're gonna talk about the cover-up of the fire with the Mitchell boys. Or the alleged fire cover-up. And we got the time where Councilwoman Lewis said she didn't vote. Also, she had some place to go. That's not true. She left at the vote. Listen, that was a lie. We need one of those, what do you call those people who do the detector test? But we're going to put up why Dalton here? I mean, people from why people are coming here? Because y'all looking worse than Dalton. Let's play Rashad Richie's. Can you put that one up for me?
Lie on an official report and said they searched for 2 Black children and never did. Never did. But the firefighters, they weren't fired for manipulating an official document, lying about their duty and oath to protect and rescue. Let's put up the picture of the family, okay? You see the 2 Black children? They're dead. They're dead. The firefighters, 2 of them lied on the same report and said, oh, we did everything we could. We went inside, we did a sweep of the apartment. They did nothing, not a damn thing. Guess what? They are being protected, but I'm going to expose every single one of them. Keep that picture up. You're looking at Crystal Cooper. She's in the center. She's grieving the loss of her 2 sons, Ziara Mitchell and Lamar Mitchell, 12 and 9 respectively, dead. A Michigan mother is now demanding answers and accountability after 2 firefighters gave an all clear Now that's important to note. All clear means nobody else should come here to help. They gave an all clear during a house fire that left both of her sons dead. Flint is where this happened. Flint Fire Chief Raymond Barton found that Sergeant Daniel Snagoki and Michael Zlotek completed false reports about what occurred on that Memorial Day weekend fire. He said it. He said, yeah, these guys lied. He did something else. They claimed to have searched for the children on the second floor, where the bodies of both of them, the 12-year-old and 9-year-old, were discovered by 2 other firefighters 6 minutes later. Now, keep in mind the variables so far. The fire chief says, yeah, they lied on an official report. What is that? That's violation of oath of office. That is a crime. That's a criminal act. You can actually be charged with a felony. 2 other firefighters ended up finding the dead bodies a crucial 6 minutes afterwards, after those firefighters, initial ones, lied. There's more. The chief recommended that the 2 lying firefighters, who happened to be white, be fired. He said they gotta go. But one was allowed to resign because somebody decided to override the chief. And the other was suspended for 2 weeks and received additional search and rescue training before returning to the job because somebody decided to override that decision by the chief as well. Now, the person who decided to override this wanted to remain top secret. But I got the goods, and we're gonna expose the individual who did it. There's more. Let's put up a picture of Miss Crystal Cooper, who was speaking at the Flint City Council meeting. This was on October 19th. She was speaking because she said there's something foul here. The child's mother, both of the children's mother, Crystal Cooper, took her fight of justice to the Flint City Council. Cooper said she wants the firefighters who neglected to search for her sons to face criminal charges, and that is exactly what we want as well. They were later carried out of the home by 2 black firefighters who took the time to actually do a search. Both of the children died days later after being airlifted to Detroit Children's Hospital. They committed a crime. For them to say they searched the house and they really didn't search the house, for them to be suspended with pay, they weren't dealt with properly, according to the mother when she addressed City Council. Ms. Cooper, I agree with you 100%. Zaire and Lamar were in the home when the fire started on May 28th. I'm taking you back to the historical element. The boys were spending the weekend with their father. A witness reported seeing smoke billowing from the side of the residential structure, and there was possible entrapment, according to a 911 audio obtained by ABC 12. According to accounts at the city council meeting, someone reportedly walked into the fire station where the smoke from the house could be seen about 200 feet away. Firefighters made the first call. So the 2 firefighters, Snagoki and Zlotek, were the first ones to respond. When they responded, what did they do? They decided to call off any other rescue efforts. They literally told people, we do not need any additional help. We have swept this place. It is clean. Everybody can move on with their lives. That's what they did. That's extreme. After performing the initial sweep of the home, they wrote in their reports that they entered the doorway of the bedroom where the children were found and used a thermal imaging camera to scan the room, and the results were negative. However, the firefighter whose team found the children after moving an air conditioning vent told the chief there was no way possible they entered the bedroom where the victims were found and missed them. No way possible that happened. The first child was found to the immediate left of the entrance of the room, and the other one was on the bed. In other words, if the firefighters would have simply walked into the room, if they would have simply walked into the room, they would have found them. Those children would possibly be alive right now, today. They did not get fired. They did not get charged. And one is still working. Barton wrote in the department's final investigative report that both of these firefighters, and I quote, knowingly made false reports in their incident write-ups. Just hard stop there. Knowingly made false reports in their investigative write-up. Felony. That's a felony charge. What else are we talking about at this point? Knowingly made false statements on an actual investigative document, violation of oath of office. You go to jail. They didn't. Their actions or inactions arise to disobedience according to FFD rules and regulations. And as such, their actions have impeded, injured, and hindered the progress, welfare, efficiency, and good name of the department. Now remember, this is the chief. The chief is giving you all the goods you need to effect an arrest. The chief of the fire department is not able to arrest. They can investigate, they can make a decision, make a conclusion, they can forward it even to a prosecutor, but he cannot arrest. So he said everything on the record to make sure everybody was very clear about what he believed happened here. Who's protecting him? Put up his picture.
I think I'm gonna start cutting carbs. I need to drop my belly fat.
If you want to drop this.
You see this fella? He's the mayor. Sheldon Neely is the one protecting him. And I don't give a damn what your office say. You're the one who decided to override the decision because based on your own city charter, you're the only one that can override a decision by the city manager. Now you can play like we're Boo Boo the Fool if you want to. Some Flint council members and community members also believe that the mayor that you're looking at, Sheldon Neely, overrode the chief's recommendation to terminate the firefighters, and that he has also conspired with the city attorney to keep his involvement secret. There's another man named Eric Mays, a city councilman who has called out the mayor specifically. Now, Eric Mays, he's not one to toy with. He's a real one. Some people do not like his style. I happen to love it. Council members drilled Flint Human Resources Director Eddie Smith about why the city did not terminate the firefighters. What did Smith say? Smith told the council that the final decision was made before the personnel files made it to his desk. What? The final decision was made before the personnel files hit his desk. Who has the power to do that? Only the mayor does, nobody else. There's more. Councilman Eric Mays, the man you just saw, said the mayor was the only one who could have given the order. Community activist Arthur Woodson claims the mayor tried to keep the incident under wraps until after the election season. Cooper said an attorney she hired to help with the incident, a supporter of the mayor, asked her to do the same thing. She hires counsel to represent the best interest for her deceased children and getting justice for their deaths. The counsel, the attorney, who's a supporter of the mayor, says, let's just play politics right now. Let's do what the mayor is suggesting through his actions. Now, I bring up Eric Mays, the city councilman, because I know he will see this segment. Dear brother, you have fought vigorously for your community. You have got in the face literally of constituents. Hell, they even locked you up a few times. These children should be alive today. Your mayor's already gone. He'll sell out. There's no hope for him. Eric Mays is the same man who did this at one council meeting a few years ago. Here it is.
I want this sent to the police. You ain't cracking me across my head. Well, you ain't gonna threaten nobody in no public meeting because your man don't want to answer an easy question. I'm gonna make a promise to you. You're not gonna interrupt this meeting threatening no elected official with no physical violence. I don't care what kind of suit you wear.
Councilman Mays.
I don't care what kind of suit you wear.
Councilman
You
Mays,
way
I'm
out of order.
asking you
And
to
you're
calm
making
down.
your client look bad.
Okay? I need that same spirit, Councilman, as you continue to advocate for this family and expose the corruption that you know has already taken place. While some may disagree with this style, brother, I actually appreciate the fact you're not afraid to confront power. Check it when necessary. Mr. Neely said it would be political suicide if he let out that 2 young black boys were in this house and it was 2 white firefighters that gave an all clear. And those young boys were in that house for 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Woodson said. Councilwoman Tonya Burns claims, and I quote, the mayor and his people went after the boys' family on social media because the home did not have smoke detectors. Think about this. Instead of holding the public officials, the firefighters, accountable, they decided to protect them and go after the grieving family because there was no operating fire detector. Flint council members have now voted unanimously to launch an independent investigation into the fire and the lack of disciplinary actions against these firefighters. There you have it. All right, we're going to continue to follow the story, bring you updates as they come. Trey, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, I'm not going to make fun of this.
So the unanimous is true to a degree because 5 people voted. We had 6 people there. That was when Councilwoman Liddell Lewis walked out. She walked out. 5 people voted for it. Councilman Mays voted for it. Dennis Pfeiffer, Judy Priestley, myself, and who else was it? Was Quincy still there? So first ward, second ward didn't. When it came to the vote, she got up out that seat. All you saw was the back of her Reeboks and that backpack. She was gone like Dora the Explorer, gone. So 5 of us voted, the 5 that was left. She said she had something she had to do. What's more important, 5 seconds, not even 1 minute more because it was at her vote. Councilman Mays, yes. And she got up and jetted about her seat. She was the next person. Wasn't but 5 of us. Wouldn't have taken that much time. She got up as not to vote. She claims and she said that she didn't do that. And it's a TikTok out there. We've shown that one before. I don't have it ready because my internet don't work in this building. But she did get up and leave right at the vote. The video and the video shows it. And it's a few TikTok shows. She got up and left at the vote. Councilwoman Winfrey Carter was chairing that meeting at the time. And as she was chairing that meeting, we're doing the votes. The 5 of us left. We did vote unanimously. We did because it was the right thing to do. So if you wonder why they're here, y'all looking worse than Dalton. Looking worse than Dalton. I put up all the receipts. I put it up. I put it up. You're looking worse than Dalton. And there's still more stuff. Still more stuff. Y'all looking, you wonder why people here? We look worse than Dalton with the stuff. What is it about the people? That lady lost 2 of her children. And they start talking about, well, she should have had some fire, some smoke detectors in it. It wasn't even her house. They went to stay the weekend with their father. Is that the time that we blame the family? And we protect the firefighters who Chief Barton said he felt they'd made a mistake. He said they've made a mistake. And by the way, Chief Barton got fired. He got fired because of it. He told the truth and got fired. So you want to know why they're here? You're looking worse than Dalton. You're looking worse than Dalton. That's why they're here. People want to know. People want to know. So someone asked in there, Mickey, put up the thing. If you can click like, share, subscribe. And also if you could donate. I don't get a check for this. I don't get paid. It takes time, but I want to make sure we get the right information. I would like to talk about all happy news in Flint. I honestly would, but today we had to talk about gun safety. And if you need a gun lock, contact me. Contact me at 810-471-7849. I will be giving those out. If you need one, contact me. I will get you one. Someone said, well, what's going on with my case? Well, we're waiting on the judge. So call Judge Pakel's office and ask what's the holdup. When are they going to make the decision? I don't know. I don't know. I talk to my attorney every day. We don't know. We don't know. Call Judge Pakel's office and ask, when are you going to rule on it? It's been over 2 weeks now. It's been over 2 weeks. So if you can please donate to Cash App, $810 News Media Group. It could be $5, $10, $25, whatever it is. It helps to keep the lights on. It helps to get new equipment. It helps so that we can bring you broadcasts and podcasts like this. It allows us to talk about podcasts and news you normally would not know about or hear about, because our media doesn't cover a lot of things. They haven't covered those Ashley Capital checks. They have not. They haven't covered things from The View, from a lot of issues to where it should be seen. They haven't covered those ARPA dollars that are going to nonprofits that council members are affiliated with. Our local media has not covered that. They have not. So if you could donate to Cash App, $810 News Media Group, it is greatly appreciated. It just helps to maintain and to keep the lights on so that we can do podcasts like this. Because I've been telling y'all for forever, Flint is not unique. Why? We look worse than Dalton. Why? Because we're able to get this messaging out. We're able to get the messaging out to the residents so that you're receiving it. I put it up there. We got 300,000 that's going to someone that's affiliated with, who's a council member, 50,000 a council member, 25,000 a council member. We have got a lawnmower, very nice lawnmower, by the way, a council member, $4,750 in gifts card, council member. These are things that are all affiliated with. They've given us $72 million tax abatement. Those council members should have recused themselves. They've given $3.25 million to a company that they received gifts or gratuities from and didn't disclose on their campaign finance. We have the firefighters, the Mitchell boys. That's still not done. The fire chief was fired because of this. He was fired. We're able to talk about these things so that, because they think, you know what? It's going to die in a news cycle. People aren't going to remember this in a week or two. No, we are looking worse than Dalton. You want to know why they're here? Y'all looking like Dalton. They're looking like Dalton. So these funds go to help. If we don't talk about this stuff, it doesn't get taken care of. Not one resident has gotten a shingle, not even a shingle on the roof. Saginaw's in their phase 3. Phase 3 Saginaw is in. They did furnaces first. And they did the furnaces in fall, so people had the benefit of having a warm house and heated for that winter. And that was 2 winters ago. That was two winters ago. Then they did roofs coming up that spring. Now they on windows. They are on the ball. But we know who getting these. It's not us. Then we got some of these people coming up. I'm like, how we paying for a company in Pontiac? Man. and some willow trees. Well, I love the willow trees. I like trees too, but people need a roof. Some people who don't have no roof or furnace, do you think they care about some willow trees? No. If your furnace don't cut on and you heating your house by the oven with the aisles burning and you need a furnace, do you think you care about some willow trees? Nah. If your roof is leaking and you have a blue tarp and it is tattered, do you think you care about some willow trees being planted? No. And someone asked the question, who gonna water them willow trees? Because water in Flint is high as hell. And it's getting ready to go. I ain't even talked about the ACO order because listen, we have budget hearings. I just asked the new I don't know, the acting director, they gave him a different title. I like him actually. He seems to be transparent. His name is Kenneth Miller, I believe. He's got to be brought up to speed. I asked, and I'm going to share with everybody. I asked him just to list how each of these items are going to be paid for, if they are. I think it's like maybe the first up to 20 pages. The ACO order was about that thick. And so he said he's going to work on it. And I appreciate him not just taking it and saying, you know, I'm not going to do it. You know, he came from Detroit Water. He supervised over 200 people, and he seems about his business. And I appreciate that. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I did welcome him to the city of Flint and said, look, you guys see water. You got your hands full. How you go? Because we were required for the 200 million in capital improvements. We don't have it. I don't know how we going to pay for it. We don't know. I don't see it. I don't see how we even pass the budget. We don't know how we're going to pay for the capital improvements because we don't generate enough funds in our general fund. Well, I can't even watch the what's the name. So Mickey, throw it back up again. If y'all could please, don't forget, these broadcasts are brought to you, podcast, you know, where we can talk about and share things which come up, that we can share them with you, only because of, you know, the donations to you, the public, the viewers, to you, the viewers. I do not take a check. I take my own time. My last text or email to Mickey was probably for something this morning. It was for something. So it takes a lot of time because I run a show on what I'm gonna cover, and then I have to do my content. And then sometimes it may move around, but I mean, I do the way. Look, I'm kind of like old school for run a show. I'm like old school. And then I have my stuff that I also type up in my notes on my phone so that I make sure I'm connecting. If I say something, I like to throw up some proof. I like to throw that proof up. And so that's what, you know, we do. But I want to tell you, thank you to everyone who did donate to 810, you know, and those, if you continue to donate anytime that you want, we do need those to help keep, you know, the lights on. Because now I don't know what y'all gonna do. You may have to get some new equipment. They put y'all to the back corner. You know, they are offended by tripods. Yeah, because they putting y'all back in way to the back, which is gonna have to be everybody. Like we had a lot of camera people there. One of these meetings was this week, and where you gonna hang up all the people, and then for them to see. So they putting, look, ABC 12, WNEM. Everybody got to go to the back because they got tripods. So they're taking the press, the entire press, because they don't want cameras. You can just do it from the back. Look, you ain't got nothing to hide. And when you don't have nothing to hide, what you do is just say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I got, you know, what I got to do. You know, you an elected official. They gonna do what they need to do. They just are. When you're an elected official, your life really don't belong to you. It just does not. You know, you may think you have a right to privacy, but you're in a public job. You're in a public job. No right to privacy. But before we close out, Mickey, that ENAB board meeting, I had to go back and watch that meeting. Woo, they want PPO orders now. Now they do. Really? In a mailbox. Well, let's hold on a second. So Doug dropped letters in a mailbox. Guess who else put letters in people's mailbox? Liddell Lewis did. She went to people's house and put letters with her letterhead in hundreds of people's mailboxes. I guess when they were doing was it Rose and recall during the Bev and when they were doing the recall. She went into people's and it was on the Ring. Matter of fact, there's a TikTok with the Ring camera with somebody putting it on. We got one. There's a video. We've showed it before. So she always defends Doug. Let's see what she gonna say. She came with the fake her, what gave me a warning, put me out of meeting, then lied on that resolution, telling some I went after him and was, talking to him disrespectful. This man made up a whole story about me, called me a snake, put me in a black hat, made himself a white sheriff with a white hat. Black is bad, white is good. And he put stuff in people's mailbox, and so did Liddell Lewis with them letterheads. And she talking about somebody coming to her house because Jedediah, you call Jedediah on it. Don't call Tonya Burns on it no more because he's willing to talk to you about it. I think he addressed it. So that's up to him. But let's see. Doug went to 4 people's home. I think because he didn't have their email. I think that's because he didn't have their email because they don't have like a city email. They don't have an email. Right. So I'm thinking he may have did it because of that. But you can't put postage in people's without postage. The government want their money. The government want their money. You cannot go inside people's mailboxes. And Liddell was putting things into people's mailboxes with a letterhead on it. And we showed that. We showed y'all the letter of it. So when she be talking about all this privacy, stop. You went to people's house. When you're an elected official, everything is public. So I want to see how that's going to. I was really shocked how they were coming at him about that, in that meeting, that they were upset. But see, he's also said Shax Liddell told him Shax the Little was my first cousin because it was the last name was Little, and she's friends with some of my first cousins, which were Littles. But remember, she was never at my family stuff. How would she know that it's, Liddell told him that. Shax the Little is not my family member. It is her married name. Her husband is not in my family either. But look, we will welcome you in. Shaxter, you and your husband, you can be invited to the barbecue. You can be invited to the barbecue at the cabin, or we can invite you for, to come swim with us, pool night, pool gathering. So I was shocked at that meeting, so now but he's been going after them, sending them emails, and what they were discussing, I was really shocked. Now I want to see how they're going to defend him with that mailbox stuff when Liddell put stuff in people's mailbox with no postage. They put it in, with her letterhead on it. So anyways, y'all, it's been a lot. Tomorrow there's budget hearings. My days run together. Mickey, you know what they do. My days run together. So there's budget hearings going to be Monday. And there's callbacks for the police department and planning. Liddell Lewis was late coming, and she was kind of snippy with the police department. They need hug a dog day. They need more positive. I'm not going to go off on Chief Green. I get what people are saying. Chief Green had been sick. Chief Green did tell me he did not order to give Liddell a ride. That was not him. He had been out sick. He did not order for her to have taxi cab service. He did say that. So I did not make it to budget hearing. I did not go because I was really tired, and I got up. That was the night before the tragic accident, unfortunate accident that happened at Bev's home, and so I emotionally couldn't take it. I was emotionally a mess. I was, when you go to You Be Strong for Them, but then at home I was not doing good. I was not. And I think that we have to talk about when we go through trauma, and especially in Black families, they be like, oh, you good. I mean, in the Black family, you don't, you good, you be all right. Give me a, they'll fist bump you. No, we have to talk about, I was not okay after that. I was not. Because there's a lot of things happening. I just think may have been, like a culmination of everything that's been going on. But there will be budget hearings on Monday, and it's going to be some interesting things because I think she's upset about that PAL program. She told him that there was PAL money and she wanted to give it to somebody else, and it's not going. That program is to go to the Chiefs program, all 250,000. I made it very clear when I put it on the floor that it's for Chief Green's PAL program, which is at the Haskell Center in the Second Ward. And here's the surprise. Well, y'all ain't gonna be surprised. Second Ward, Haskell Center's in. Liddell Lewis voted no on it twice. She voted no to give that ARPA money to Haskell Center. She did. And it's in her ward. Now she want to give it to another PAL program. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. What about the kids over here who really need it? He's got some great programming. I'm looking forward to hearing, which I wasn't there to talk about, what he's got planned. He's changing some things. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I know people were saying, he got them police in there weaponized and giving Liddell a ride. He said he didn't order that. He didn't do it. Only other person who could do that is the mayor. That's just, deduction reasoning. So as far as the weaponization in the council chambers, I talk to him all about it all the time. And I tell him you had your whole second shift there. He was off sick at the time. And so now we have, we will be getting back, I believe, Metcalf. And remember, she got Metcalf removed. Metcalf was on my Facebook talking about I served 9 years and then this. When she don't like it, she get rid of you. I mean, she, in my opinion, she is a bully. She bullies people, just like she stood up to want to fight Pfeiffer. She stood up, wanted to fight me in, was it April of 2022? She's a very aggressive person. Very aggressive. So wherever you are at, I want to say thank you for giving me your time, sharing your time with me. If you need a gun lock, please call me, inbox me. I will get you one free of charge. There is a video that we play, so anybody can look, Google gun safety. We need to make sure. I will be working on, they'll be at my meetings and making sure we're giving those away. Making sure that if we can prevent this from happening again, which is going to take education, we have to educate everyone. Because when you hear after it happened, I should have did this. Let's educate beforehand. Make the conversation normal. Make it a normal conversation, especially if you own firearms in your home. And if you go to a home with a person with firearms, how things should be handled, especially when children are around. Let's educate and make this part of our norm. I want to tell everybody, thank you for sharing your time. And wherever you are from, Louisiana, the boot, wherever you are from, please, 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 please practice safe gun safety. Wherever you are from, if I didn't mention where you're from, listen, charge it to my mind and my eyes, not my heart, because I appreciate each and every Philly. Okay, Miss J. Richburg, wherever you are from, Miss Eartha Logan has always got something positive to say. Oh, and I just love her spirit. Yeah, always. So to everyone that is on there in look, shout out the Durban, say the Dirty South, Memphis, Tennessee. So wherever you are from, Mississippi, what y'all talking about on the morning bump about Mississippi? Yeah, my crooked eye, hung back eye. We did that when I was a kid too. That is old. But however you learn it, I'm like, who gonna learn how to spell out of it? All of this. Jessica said, and like Art told Eva one time, you all have children. Parents with small children should really be mindful of social, political consequences of their bad behavior. She got a good memory. Jessica, you need to contact me. Yeah. So if you are on here, I want to send, Miss Eartha, I'm sending love back to you too. I appreciate y'all. And look, go help us save to the rally, save Historical Oak Park 12-4. So Mickey, anything that you want to say? Because listen, if it's anything y'all ever want me to cover, look, contact me. Because right now, y'all, they here because we looking like Dalton, Illinois. Google or TikTok or put in the search Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. We looking like Dalton, Illinois. That's why they here. That's why they here. Flint is not unique. Mickey, anything you want to say? Okay. All right. I appreciate everyone. I want to send love because listen, if I didn't mention your name, charge it to my mind, not my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. May God bless you, your families, and protect you. May God surround and put a hedge around you to protect you. So, Mickey, I don't know if that's my stomach growling or yours over there. All right, listen, everybody enjoy your weekend and thank y'all for sharing your time with Talking with Tonya. Have a good one.